I bought $80 worth of AMC when it was at $40.
What's it at?
It's at $17
Oh,
right now.
That's horrible.
I know.
I hope we're not blurry.
I hope not. But hopefully this time we'll get most of the video in it, right?
That was a holy fuck. It wasn't
right.
a bad podcast.
No,
but
honestly, okay.
it
so,
sounded good.
Yeah.
It was the most visual podcast we had done.
I know. I was laughing more at it because when I was listening to it, I was like, I was like trying to show off the puck light or whatever, and we're talking about visual stuff, but you can't see anything because the video didn't work. So, well, if you guys don't know already, welcome back. It's the Not Funny podcast. We were just kind of discussing our latest catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
Catastrophe. I can't talk.
Callback.
Callback.
You always say.
Callback from podcasts prior to
that was last year already.
No, that was this year. That was at like the start of January.
The phonetics one?
Which one?
Didn't we talk about like phonics and stuff?
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah.
I was talking about the latest one that we just recorded.
No, I was talking about your speech stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was last year. Yeah.
No, but anyway.
Whole year and like actually 3 months
this
ago,
is only
probably.
our second.
This is only our second podcast in the second year here. But yeah, it's been a little bit, and I don't know how you've been doing.
I just been so busy.
Yeah?
It's weird. I'm not crazy busy. Like, if you step back, I'm not that busy. But
okay.
I just.
Did you end up getting your diploma for graduating college?
No.
Your associates?
No. Didn't I have to apply for it? Or
yeah.
Weren't you saying that?
I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
Like, is it like what's? That's weird. I don't know.
I've heard you had to apply for it though.
Yeah, because I have to apply for mine.
It's not like I'm gonna lose
fall.
my credits or something.
No,
so.
I just don't know how you're gonna. I don't know how that how you transfer over associate degree. But you're out of school now. Is it just a lot of work lately, or
yeah? So we started that business.
Oh yeah,
and we're actually like getting quite a bit of jobs,
mm-hmm.
and then I have my other job, and then my investments, which we were going to talk about.
Yeah, let's dig into
I've been like totally into now.
Yeah, let's actually dig into that a little bit. So you were discussing. Did we talk about on the last podcast about your? I think we did talk about how you
NFTs.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at right now.
Well, we talked about how I thought my mom told me that it's bad for the environment or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So you were trying to get an NFT is basically what you were trying to do. Did you?
Okay, so I have a buddy.
Give us, let's hear the whole story here.
So I had wanted an NFT for a while, and if you don't know, it stands for non-fungible token. That's a whole other podcast we can go into. We don't have time for that today. Maybe we can go into it another time.
Yeah. Maybe. If we run out of content, we can go back to it.
Yeah, for real. This is something I'm like super hyped about, so I can actually talk about it for a while.
Yeah.
But anywho, where was I?
You were talking about non-fungible token.
Non-fungible token.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had been curious. I didn't know what it was. All I knew is it's like this cool thing where you can like buy and sell artwork and you can make money off of it.
Yeah.
Because if you buy it at a low price, you can sell it later for a higher price.
Mm.
So there's a deep valley of information that you can go into on it. Once again, we won't get into that. But so I had wanted one for a long time, and there's this thing called OpenSea. It's kind of like the marketplace for all this stuff.
Yeah.
And there's other places, and I would just go on there and I'd look at them, and I bought like, I don't know, I think I bought like $90 in Ethereum, which is the blockchain. If you know any of this stuff.
I mean, I'm very.
I know your mom's really into it. She's keen in.
I know about crypto, like
Yeah.
I couldn't fully describe it. I don't know if many people can fully describe crypto.
Right. Yeah.
It's just this weird currency that's ungoverned and unregulated, like not regulated.
Which is
Because
a good thing.
because I have $30 in Dogecoin, which
Dogecoin.
that's down to like $17
Yeah, it's
now.
not good.
So, or maybe like $15. I don't know. My stocks are terrible right now.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
The whole market's down, so don't be like
yeah,
you're the
but
only
like
one.
my buddy told me about how there was going to be a short squeeze in AMC, so I bought $80 worth.
Don't listen to your buddies.
I bought $80 worth of AMC when it was at $40.
What's it at?
It's at $17
Oh,
right now.
That's horrible.
I know, it's so bad. It's honestly it hurts.
You gotta do your
I
own
can't even like
research.
look at my stocks right now because everything is down and it's just not. I'm very upset right now with it.
Right. Yeah, but you win some, you lose some, and
I'm
that's
on-
just kind of
yeah.
how it goes.
I'm honestly just hoping that it gets up to 40 so I can just sell. Do I got a little something there?
You got a big old dog hair. From
I don't
something.
know whose dog that is. My dog does
It's
not.
not mine.
I didn't see Mitzi, so I don't know.
Anywho.
Anyways, so you were talking about NFTs.
Oh yeah, so I
and
wanted one
crypto.
for the longest time. Didn't really know much about it. Well, I started to figure out that like you don't want to just buy a random one,
Yeah.
like because like literally you could go on there right now and make one if you wanted to.
Mhm.
But there's nothing backing you.
Mhm.
Like there's no reason yours would be worth $5. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean we're not gonna make an NFT. I
Yeah.
will say that
Not funny podcast.
we're working at that. We just need to record a little more, and then we can clip some videos, create some NFTs, and
Is that how
get
you
you
would
guys
do
on
it?
board.
Is like would we like clip a video and make it an
We could.
NFT?
or like a still image, or you could do like, or we could do like something like this, and that could be an NFT. Somebody would
it.
own that picture.
Yeah.
So, and it would be non-fungible, so that means it could never be recreated.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what non-fungible
I understand.
means.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, and I had been doing this for like a month. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to get into it. Then my buddy over,
Yonder.
in St. Cloud. Let's be honest here. You know where we are.
Yeah. We basically know. Everyone knows our location
So
by now.
my buddy, he's like, I follow this guy on Instagram because he's a big weightlifter, and there's
Yeah.
this big famous lifter, and he's like, they're working on this NFT project that hasn't even come out yet, and that sparked my interest. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's look into it. So then I figured out we could get whitelist, and I didn't know what this meant going into it. I'm just getting into this too. That means you basically get verified for the pre-sale, and there was only like 1,000 whitelist spots, or maybe more than that. I don't know.
Okay.
1,500 whitelist spots. We got in. Me and him got in.
Yeah.
So then it was just the wait. There's a thing called the floor price. That's like the bottom line price, set price of them.
Yeah.
And it was at 0.08 Ethereum, which at the time was like $340,
Okay.
which seems like a lot for a digital picture.
Yeah.
Plus,
But, like-
plus then there's gas fees and stuff, which that is another whole.
Yeah.
Thing.
I have no idea what you're talking about for
That's
that. So
that's the fee basically you pay the miners to mint your product.
okay.
I'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
later.
Please explain to me that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway,
You're working with minors now. Like. I know it's not. I'm not in that lingo.
yeah,
yet.
no, me either.
So,
There's some of it. So anyway, we got whitelisted, and this was like 5 days before the pre-sale, so it was just a waiting game. They have like a Discord chat, and you have fun in there. You talk to other people that are
yeah.
and it's actually a really cool community. Like if you join, you can see all.
Is that what's blowing up
yeah,
on your?
I know, it's nonstop.
I literally was looking at that. I'm like, got a Discord going right
I
now.
literally am in like 16 different Discords,
Oh
and
my
they just keep coming
gosh.
through. And there's people on there constantly.
Does that get annoying at all? Like
It
when
does.
you're
Yeah,
like,
I got to figure out how to not have
you probably could mute them, honestly.
notification. It's in settings or something. I did it on my phone.
Yeah.
But anywho, so mint time comes around. I have like crap in my mouth. Sorry.
You're good.
that was kind of weird, but
No, you're good.
anyway, so 5 days later, mint time comes around, and the time comes out, and then you have 24 hours or whatever to mint. So it's not like you got to hurry up and do it. But of course, when you're waiting forever to get these things, as soon as it drops, you're going to be like, yeah, I want to get in there and get it right away.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm drinking Coke.
You're good.
I am getting off track right now.
You're
big
fine.
time.
You're fine.
Anyway, so the hype is there. Time comes, and I think I called you that night, right?
Yeah, you did call me.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened is you have this certain wallet that you and your wallet has like a tag name. It's like it's called an address, but it's like your serial number for your wallet. So you would give it to be whitelisted. That's how you verify that you're a real person and that you have a wallet. So as it turns out, my buddy verified his what is called MetaMask wallet, and there's a couple different wallets.
Okay.
And I did my Coinbase wallet. So what happened is I went in there to mint one, and I had to use the MetaMask wallet, and I didn't find out until 25 minutes after they dropped, and I could not get one. And then my buddy tried to get me one. He couldn't get me one.
Dang.
So it was just so disappointing.
Yeah.
It was so maddening.
I'm sure there's so much like to go into it, like you're saying, like there's different wallets and stuff that you have to have to.
And I had never done it before. But
yeah, I'm sure.
So he got one. And then I called you that night, just.
Oh, you were furious.
Not very happy at all, because I was pretty hyped to get it.
Yeah.
And this is like a legit community. Like this is a legit NFT. It's my first big NFT purchase.
So for future now, are you gonna try and buy a different NFT that's something else that you're gonna find out about, or what's your plans?
Well, I did buy a couple NFTs.
Oh, you did buy some NFTs, huh?
Yeah, I will show you in just a second.
Okay.
Here once my pages load up.
No worries.
So,
are we able to like pull it up or like pull it up on the?
Yeah, I will.
Like, okay.
Yeah,
like
you can
show on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what I don't know what securities, what requirements.
No. I can show it. I don't care. So I'll show you OpenSea. This is what most people use. Anyway. I should be logged in, I think. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Look at, I'm already in it. That's not mine, though.
Okay.
But anywho, it's a super cool thing. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's just, my internet sucks.
No, yeah, I understand. I get it.
So what else do we have to talk about while I'm searching this up?
Well, we could talk about right now while we're waiting. We are currently recording right now on Sunday. So we just Sunday night. So we just saw the end of. Did you watch the end of the Bucks Rams game?
Mm-hmm.
That game was so insane.
Who are you going for?
I was going for Rams.
Oh, for real?
Yes. I mean, Tom Brady is goated 100%.
Yeah.
Goat.
I wanted to see him take it. I don't know. That's just. Yeah. And I do not want to see Rams at home during the Super Bowl.
Oh, I didn't even think that it's in LA.
I do not care for that.
I forgot about that. Well, it's either Rams or Niners, basically.
Yeah.
But I was kind of just watching the game on and off because I was working on some homework and stuff, and then I heard I was working in my office, and my mom's like, "Holy crap, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh, they must be watching the game." I ran out there, and Bucks had just tied it up 27-27, and I was like,
nuts. Yeah, I watched it. I watched like the last 10 minutes of the game. And we're like gonna shut it off. It was 13-27, and I'm just like, "There's no way."
An insane
Clock's
comeback.
ticking down. There's like 5 minutes left of the game, 4 minutes and 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, and that's when I checked it too. I checked it at like 27-13, and I was like, "Oh, the Rams got it easy." And then they came back. I didn't see how they ended up scoring touchdowns there, but They ended up coming back, and then the Rams went down the field in a minute, like not even a minute, like 30 seconds, whatever.
It was
got
tough
down
to
there.
watch for any Bucks fan. That was a tough game. at the
Yeah,
end.
I mean, all of the games so far for these playoff games have been insane, and they've always come
Crazy.
down to a field goal.
Yep.
For the ones this weekend, because we had the Packers and the Niners.
Did you watch the Packers
I
game?
did watch that. I was at work and I was watching that, and it
Hmm.
was just absolutely it was insane. I was watching it, and people were like, everybody's in the bar huddled up watching the game, and then the Niners kick the field goal, and everybody just goes wild. Everybody's hyped up
See,
that the Packers lost.
I do not care for the 49ers at all.
No?
So I would have honestly rather seen Green Bay go.
I don't know how
I can't believe they lost. Like,
Yeah.
that blew my mind. I in no world did I think that was going to happen.
Yeah. And then the other game was the Bengals and Titans, and they were also pretty close. They
could
came
care
down to
less
a
about that game.
yeah. It was just I had heard that the kicker for the Bengals had right before they kicked the field goal to win it, like when he was walking out there, he's like, I guess we're going to the AFC like championship
Just
game
crazy confident.
before he kicked the field goal and made it, and like just
Yeah.
crazy cocky, like
Mhm.
absolutely cocky. If he just shanked that thing, like imagine he'd just be like, all right, well,
Mm-hmm.
ego is
crazy.
blown.
Well, and we also have more football to talk about because
We-
there's craziness going on with our team, if you call our team.
Oh yeah, like
Uh,
the Vikes.
yeah,
Yeah,
big time.
we'll get into that in a little
let's,
bit
Let's
here.
take a break here
Yeah,
for
we'll
a
take
second.
a quick break, and then we'll come back, talk some more football, and see some NFTs here. Peace. Okay.
That
And
was
we are back. So we were just talking about football.
yeah, but we're not.
And
We're going back.
We're
though.
going back. Oh wait, no, we're talking about NFT now. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
So-
we're at NFT.
We were at NFT.
And
We were
to
talking about football, and now
Now
we're
we're
gonna
going
switch
back.
back to NFT,
Okay.
and we'll talk about football.
Just
in a
to
sec.
show you what I got.
Yeah, we
So
wanna-
I've been pretty excited, and this isn't to say because there is NFTs out there that sell for thousands,
Yes.
hundreds of thousands, millions. I think
Mm-hmm.
the biggest NFT, the biggest purchase of an NFT was 69 million or 67
Wow.
million. I could be wrong. It was a Beeple
Insane.
project. It was like this. I don't know much about it, but I'm just saying like they're crazy
Yeah.
expensive. I did not spend a lot of money on these. I will say that.
Okay.
So I just minted these ones tonight.
I'll remove my mic
And
over
we'll
here
just
so I can look at
kinda-
this.
Yeah.
So-
So I got Tiger Cub Club. It's a free mint. That's why I picked it up because it
Oh,
was
okay.
free, and there's a bit of a community behind it.
Uh-huh.
And this is not. Don't judge me too hard on my choices here because I'm just getting into the game and I just figure I'll get the cheap ones right away.
So
and then
these
I got-
are
oh.
free NFTs, or
These two were.
Okay.
You have to pay gas fees,
Okay.
which is like in order to mint it.
Yeah.
You like get it. So
So
if we go into this one, and like if I name this Tiger Cub 1082 1082, people can literally look it up
Yeah.
and see that image. But I own it.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So this is kind of cool. So I just minted a random one, and when you mint them, you don't pick them.
Okay.
You just get a random one.
Okay.
They haven't even come out yet. Like you can't even see them
Okay.
until you mint.
Okay.
So then we go to properties, and this is where it gets. So there's a collection of them,
Okay.
and then it shows you what traits yours has.
So
I thought
like,
it was pretty cool. Like
okay,
out of-
interesting.
out of the 8,000 some, I have one with a 0.55 trait, which is
Okay.
like really, really rare.
Yeah.
Like extremely
I'm
rare.
seeing here, looking at just like some of the percentages and stuff, and that's definitely the most
Rarest trait.
rarest one. The other ones are like,
Yeah. I mean
More-
that's pretty rare too. Like that's really rare.
yeah,
But I thought that was super cool. But
that's kind of sick.
anyway, So yeah, and I like NFTs because it's an investment, and you actually get something out of it. You know what I mean? You can like I got.
Oh, you got it on
my
your
watch.
okay. That's
like
kind
you
of
can
cool.
do whatever you want with it. It's pretty cool.
So with these, like for these two that you're showing me, the Tiger Cub ones, are there like, so you usually like NFTs have like a certain like limit of like like there's only a certain amount of these.
Yep.
Like, so do you know what the limit, like how many of these there
I
are?
think there's 8,200.
Okay.
Or 8,800 or something.
Okay, so there's not.
These I think there's only 5,000.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just
I mean,
kinda
no,
pulling
yeah,
numbers out.
yeah, no, you're good. I didn't know if you knew the exact
Yeah.
one, but that's okay. That's interesting.
So like, so I bought this Sea Bums one, which is a really cool one because it's like a ocean cleanup thing. It's like 20. So part of the money goes to like ocean cleaning or whatever, which I thought was kind of cool anyway. So and then you get something out of it.
Okay.
So like here's their website, and it kind of tells you what they do. Yeah, see 20% donation. So and then most of them have like some kind of plan they're gonna do.
Okay.
So anyway,
That's pretty cool though.
and then this is where you'd mint right here.
Interesting.
But this is what I did want to show you. Remember how I couldn't get a goat?
Yeah.
I got a goat. And I'm pretty stoked about it. And you can't see it on here right now, and it sucks because they opened it so you could see it, and then they took it away, and they said, we're not going to show you yours until all of them have minted, because they haven't all minted yet.
Okay.
So all 10,000 of them haven't been put out there yet. And I think the reason behind that is so they can grow the value, because people are getting them and then selling them off right away.
Yeah.
So they want people to mint them, not know what they get until they're all sold, and then they can raise the floor price.
Okay.
If that makes any sense at all.
I understand.
So I did get to see mine, and I'll show you. There it is. You can see it.
I think you sent me. Did you send me something? Oh wait, no, that's your. Oh, huh?
I might have. I don't know.
No, it's your. I was looking at your Insta. Your Insta?
Were you stalking my Insta or what? What were you doing?
I don't know why I was looking at your Insta, but I saw that was your like profile. I was like, oh, he got a goat.
I did get a goat,
but I didn't really think of it.
I am so stoked. You have no idea because I missed it, and then I went on OpenSea, and this was right after the drop. Somebody tried to. They must have bought it and then just was like, oh no, I made a mistake. I need to sell it right away and get my money back. There you go. I got one, and I actually got it for 0.005 less than the mint price.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. So I actually got it cheaper.
So does the mint price for, so like I saw on one of them is like it's under Ethereum. So like does the mint price like fluctuate based on how like Ethereum is doing?
Not the mint price. The mint price is, for what I know, is a set number.
Okay. Cause
gas fees fluctuate.
Okay.
And there's like certain times of the day that they're really high. So basically, if there's like a high flow of people trying to do stuff on the Ethereum blockchain at the same time, gas prices are high. But if it's kind of like driving down the highway.
Yeah.
If it's congested, you pay more to go faster. To be in that carpool lane, you know, you pay to be in the carpool lane kind of deal. But then like at 2-3 in the morning around where we live, it's like an open highway, so the gas prices are way cheaper.
Down. Okay.
And then so like once they're all minted and stuff, and there's a set floor price, usually you can sell it for lower than that. But that's usually like the people wouldn't normally go lower than that.
Okay.
And but then you get to pick how much you want to sell it or buy it or however you want to do it. But this is kind of a cool thing because let's see here. 1% again. And then this is the best one, the Toronto skyline in mine.
Oh, that's kind of
super cool because it is and I think this is going to make mine do decent because this project is based right outside of Toronto.
Oh.
So pretty good grab. I'm pretty excited about it. So that's like a home base one almost, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well, that's pretty cool though.
I'm pretty excited. Here's their website if you wanted to look at it.
Yeah.
They have a roadmap and stuff. So
Interesting.
creators.
I'll have to start looking into that because maybe I'll have to get some of my own
Yeah.
so we can flex our NFTs.
One thing I wanted to get, you know those like digital picture frames where it like just flips to the next.
Yeah.
For like photos or whatever.
And it's just
I
all your
wanted to
NFTs.
get, like an NFT. Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be kind of
And
cool.
hanging on the wall
Yeah.
or something.
Just rotate.
Yeah. So I've been putting my NFTs everywhere. I've just been kind of flexing them around because they're gonna make me some money.
There you
Hopefully.
go. Hopefully. We'll come back to the next podcast. He's like, you're
Broke.
just gonna be like, I spent all my money on NFTs. And
I have 15 pictures and no money.
and no money has
now
been.
they're not worth anything.
That's funny.
Oh, but anyway.
Anyways, now
we'll get back to our other subject. That was fun for me.
Yeah, so we were earlier talking about football, and we've had some craziness with our home team, Minnesota Vikings.
Which
Everyone
has heard, no matter what state you're in.
I mean, honestly, it's a big
news.
deal. It's we have lost. No, we haven't lost. We fired our GM and our head coach. And honestly, so I've been listening to a podcast about the Vikings.
Is it on YouTube?
It's not on YouTube.
Oh.
It's just on Spotify. It's
my
like
brother listens to one every single day. I think they drop like 3 episodes a day.
What's it called? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because I listen to. It's called Purple Daily. It's like
I couldn't tell.
30 minutes, and they do talk a lot about Vikings and stuff. And honestly, so I've been kind of getting a little bit into the know of things.
Mm-hmm.
I probably couldn't I know a couple names that we're looking at and who I would kind of want for like our like head coach and stuff, but I was pretty excited that we've hired both Spielman and Zimmer, but
You're pretty excited we hired them.
that we fired them.
Oh, is that what you said?
Did I say fire or hire?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. But were you excited? Were you happy that we got rid of them?
So I always thought Zimmer was a pretty cool guy. I thought
Okay.
he was like a good coach and everything. Like, when did we sign him on in like 2015,
It was a
16?
while ago.
It was a while ago, but I remember I was so excited to get that new
Mhm.
coach. Like, and he did good. There was years. I mean,
Yeah.
we were right in the running for going to the Super Bowl kind
Uh-huh.
of deal. You know, we were on track, and then we'd have a bad game, and
Yeah,
we'd lose in the playoffs.
I had a memory pop up like 2 days ago of the Vikings-Eagles game.
Yeah.
For like
Was
to
that
go-
after the
It was
the
after.
Minnesota Miracle thing?
Yes, it
that
was
the
right
game
after this. It was the game after. I
That
was
was a
in
good
LA, and I had my Vikings. I had Vikings on, and
Oh,
there was
God.
Eagles fans in the bar, and we just got demolished. We left before the game ended, but it was just so bad. I was so
Yeah, that was a tough.
I was just
tough,
walking
tough
around
season there.
with Vikings apparel, and I was
Because
I
that
wanna burn
was-
this.
That was also the year our Super Bowl was in Minnesota. That was 2017, right?
Yeah, I
Or
think-
2018.
I believe so. I think so.
But anyway, it was time for Zimmer to go.
It was
Is that his name? Zimmer?
Zimmer, yeah, Mike Zimmer was his name.
I always say Zimmerman for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, I was about to say Zimmerman too. Honestly, I think, for me too. I was excited that I think that Minnesota just needs a new start because we have so many different assets on our team.
We're a good team.
Yeah, we have a good running back. We have a great wide receiver. We have a good wide receiver duo. And then our defense is all right. I don't. It's just
It's not as bad as how this season went. It shouldn't have been that bad.
No,
That's
we
kind of the whole
been
point.
A playoff team basically
For
but,
sure. At least a wild card team.
Yeah, honestly. Actually, I got a rumor that I don't know if you know who this is, but have you ever heard of Deshawn Watson?
Yes.
Deshawn Watson. He played for Houston Texans for a bit.
Yeah, I know the name. I don't know.
So there's a rumor that we're in the front runner to trade for him, and he's a quarterback.
Okay.
To take.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kirk's,
I've heard,
which
of
I
him,
don't know
but-
how I feel about that. I don't really know. Honestly, when I'm thinking of a quarterback that I would want Russell Wilson or something like that, because
some bigger name.
someone that's proven themselves to take a team to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Actually, we could get Brady now because he's out of the playoffs. So
Yeah.
Brady, come to Vikes, get us a Super Bowl
Well, by the
win.
time this comes out, it's old news. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, I just because I know they want to get rid of Cousins, not because he's a bad quarterback. This is what I've heard anyway,
yeah.
but because of the cap,
The amount of money that we're
what do they
spending
call
on,
that?
yeah,
The something cap.
yeah, the market cap or
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't
that, where there's so much money that we're putting into Kirk, where we could use that in so many other places.
Which I
if
don't
we
understand
buy,
that. Do you know how that stuff works? Because
Yeah,
he isn't the
so-
greatest quarterback, so why is his cap
Because-
so good, big?
It's because we signed him on for such a high amount.
Mm.
And basically,
Mistakes.
that's our first mistake. So he's taking up a large portion of our the salaries that we divide out to different players. If we can get rid of that salary and sign on a quarterback that's not going to
can
take
add.
as much, we
Right.
have more money to spend on other spots,
Disperse
positions,
it out
and
otherwise.
get better players to
Right.
work with.
And does that apply to the coach? That doesn't.
I don't think it does.
They get their own.
I think it's
deal.
separate, but
Okay.
don't quote me on that. That's kind of the same for
couldn't
like
take- I
other
don't
sports
know.
too. I think most sports kind of have that same kind of cap and stuff
system.
because I know NBA does that.
Just because you
Um,
don't want a big rich
Well,
city
obviously-
team to
well,
get all the
obviously,
good players.
Yeah, and the difficulty too with like Minnesota and like our spot is our market cap is lower than like LA or New York or like some of those larger cities because of the market in our city. So like our city is marketed lower because we don't have as much revenue like as a city as a whole,
That's crazy.
and
that
our
that's how it
organization is
works.
smaller than like LA or like things like
I didn't
that.
know that. I thought it was the same across the board.
I think it's a little bit different, and also like it's just different because it's harder to get good players to come to the winter in Minnesota.
Yeah,
They'd rather go and lounge out in LA where they have all these big opportunities and
Right.
stuff. So it's difficult for us to get some people that I feel like honestly like NFL players are more apt to be going to go to like Minnesota or go to these places like that compared to NBA players, because NBA players are just whiny complainers about the cold.
Yeah.
So
And they're the ones indoors.
yeah,
the time.
they're playing indoors anyways. So
That's funny. So
Yeah.
who do you think it's gonna be, or who do you want it to be for coach?
I've heard a
Coach.
lot of good things about Doug Peterson. I don't know if you know who that
No,
know
I
that
do
name.
not
He
know
was
names of
the
football.
Eagles head coach when
Oh.
they went to.
Actually, I did hear that.
Yeah.
Actually,
So Doug Peterson is definitely up there. I don't want
Belichick.
No, I don't. What I don't want is I don't want I believe it's the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think it's Kyle Moore is his name. I want to say. Don't quote me on that.
I
But
won't.
he really showed a lot of no. He showed a lot of how his personality is after the game for the Cowboys. So I don't know if you saw the Cowboys playoff game.
Mm-mm.
So at the end of the game,
Oh, didn't they lose bad?
no, they were super close to winning.
Oh, really?
But the problem that happened was it was Cowboys versus Niners, and it was like just a couple seconds left or whatever, and they had to hustle up to the ball, and the Cowboys quarterback in line wouldn't move for the ref to place the ball.
Yes, I did see
And
that. That was on the news.
and it ran out of time because they didn't.
So who's at fault? The ref or the other
I
team?
think honestly, I think for me, I think
it should have been some kind of.
No, I think it was the Cowboys.
Stop
it was the
clock.
Cowboys' problem because they wouldn't move out of the way for the ref to spot the ball.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's the ref's fault at all.
Okay.
Because the ref was hustling trying to get there in
Right.
time, but he didn't get
Didn't
there
he
in time.
get pushed? To
He
the
got
side
pushed
or
to
something?
the side from Dak and
funny.
the line. So honestly,
Yeah.
they screwed themselves over. And the head coach or the offensive coordinator literally said after the game, he's like, "I lost my spot on the Vikings as a head coach because of Dak effing Prescott."
Yeah. Did the
that's-
Vikings already say no to that, or
Well,
that's
it's
just speculation?
just
that he's not
speculation
gonna-
that he's not. I mean, I hope we don't get him because he showed that he puts the blame on the team instead of like taking it as a whole. Like you need to
Right.
take the blame
A
completely.
little here, a little there, a little on
Yes.
yourself. Kind of
Yes.
deal.
Obviously.
Yeah, pretty interesting. I
Yeah,
don't know.
definitely.
I'm still like getting away from Vikings now. I'm just still mind blown the Packers did what they did. You know what
Yeah.
is amazing to me, and you would probably agree with this, and I know we're in Minnesota, so we have bias against the Packers
Yeah.
normally for most people
Mhm.
around here. They are a good team, and they are one of the best teams in the league, like a lot.
Yeah.
Throughout many, many, many years, they've always been a really good team.
Mm-hmm.
They can never finish out the year.
Oh,
The Packers.
the Packers.
I mean, yeah, they've gone to the they've won
I mean,
a Super Bowl. They've
won-
finished out, but after 30 years of like crazy good teams they've
Mhm.
had, they haven't gone to the end. Haven't gone to the Super Bowl. Haven't finished
When
out
was
its
the
season.
last time that they
I don't know.
won a Super Bowl?
But they're normally a good team, but they just which
yeah,
I don't
mean,
know.
They're always a threat, basically.
Right, exactly.
But sometimes they just can't finish.
Yeah. Who did the worst this season? Who was
It wasn't the Lions. It was like the Lions, Jags, and Jets were like the
Oh, okay.
front because the Lions didn't win a game till like week 15
Oh,
or
yeah,
16 or
Oh,
something. Or like
they
14.
won to us, didn't
They
they?
beat us, and then they beat Packers, and they beat somebody else too.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was hilarious because they were celebrating like they won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
Well, I would be, honestly.
I would be too. Like yeah,
That's a big accomplishment because your mental
yeah,
state when
It's
you
just
lose every
so
single
low.
game, you're just like, let's just get this season over with
Yeah.
and maybe come back or get traded next year if
Mhm.
you're a player on that team.
yeah. Honestly, I feel bad for the Lions, but also I think it's hilarious, and I was kind of hoping that they'd go 0-16 this year.
Yeah, I know.
or
That
0
would have been,
0
that would've
16.
been pretty fun to see.
Yeah,
But
pretty fun to
anyway,
see.
let's take another break.
Yeah,
here.
let's
We'll
take a quick break. I'm
come
gonna
back
check.
for a few minutes.
I'm gonna check and see when the Packers won a Super Bowl last. So
Okay, sounds good. Goodbye.
yeah. All right, we are back and we are rolling today. So
You don't have to say that. We just act natural, Sam.
sorry.
This is a normal podcast. This is
is
what we do
normal.
every single time.
Every single time. So if you haven't watched the other
This
episodes,
is how
don't
all
watch them.
this is how all the episodes are. So you don't even have to watch them.
Exactly.
So
Well,
perfect.
they should be.
Yeah,
different,
go
like-
watch our other videos and subscribe, please.
Yeah, like them up here. Anyways, speaking of podcasts, have you seen our producer at all? Because I
Oh,
haven't seen
yeah,
him in
I
the
forgot.
studio today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. When's the last time we said that? Remember,
It's
it was like
been
a
a
thing?
while. It was a thing when we first started. We just would be like, "And our producer's not here again. And the
Sorry
producer's not here." Still haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since like the second episode. So
I
it's
see
like,
him like twice a week, 3 times a week.
yeah, I
so.
haven't seen him in a while. But
What were you looking up?
so yeah, no, I was looking at the Packers when the last time they won a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And because you were talking about how you felt like they never finished, and they really haven't lately.
Mhm.
I looked and saw that the last time they had won was in 2011, so that's over a decade ago. Because it's 2022 now. And then before that, it was like 97. So like it's been a while since it's usually like every 10 years. But they've had Aaron Rodgers for
You're
so
right.
long,
And
for
he's
so
such a
long.
good quarterback. What
Do you
what are
think-
they doing wrong?
Do you think he's gonna stay, or do you think he's done? I mean, this is very early. The game is just finished like yesterday.
I don't know. I would hope he would stay, to be honest, just saying. Like,
Yeah, but there
because
was
he's
a,
just a Green Bay guy. What's so funny?
Sorry, I was laughing at the label.
Oh. Anyway,
Anyways,
he's because he's just, in my mind, he does not fit in anywhere besides Green Bay. I think he would have a horrible end of career if he
I
went
think-
to somebody else.
I think he should pull a Favre.
Go to Minnesota.
Take a huge pay cut and come to Minnesota.
Why Favre did that, I don't know.
Favre.
That was a long time ago. You want to talk about football
Oh,
history?
I love that Favre came there. I had a jersey of Favre.
Really?
Yeah, I was so mad that we
That's
didn't.
such a weird move. I remember when it happened, just thinking like, why? Like,
Yeah.
why is this happening?
I don't know.
But that's a good example because Favre was like a super good quarterback.
Yes.
Remember, like he was the main.
Did they
main
win
guy.
a Super Bowl with him?
The Packers.
The Packers?
Yeah.
Did they?
I think that was.
Was that the
They
97
won one
one?
with Rodgers and
Or-
one with. Yeah,
It must have been the 97 then.
Yeah. I would assume.
Yeah.
I don't know. When did
'Cause
Rodgers
Favre is-
leave? Or I mean, when did Favre leave? Let's take a quick. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'll
Go
look
ahead.
quick here.
When did Favre leave the Packers?
When did
Because didn't he leave the Packers, go somewhere else, and then come to Vikings, or did he go
Yeah.
straight from the?
I don't remember. When did Favre leave the Packers? Okay. March of 2008. So he must have won a Super Bowl.
He won one with the Packers.
He
did
must-
he not?
I think so.
And then he almost won one with us. And then I
He-
remember
he
that
went to the
game.
Jets.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's super weird.
Ick.
That's the weirdest. I don't know.
When did Rodgers? So Rodgers became the starting quarterback in 2008. So the last time they won a Super Bowl was with Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Did Favre win a Super?
He had to have.
I gotta just double check. I swear he did. Did Favre win a Super Bowl? Yes, won in '97. Okay, so
that's what we figured.
that's what I thought. I just wanted to fact check. But that's interesting. I don't know what he'll do. He had a lot of controversy this summer about it, about
Yeah.
Rodgers, not Favre
Right.
anymore.
No, I understand what you're talking about.
um,
I wonder where Favre lives. Do you think he lives in Wisconsin or Minnesota, or do you think
I
he
don't know
moved-
where he lives, but he also
Sorry.
he probably lives in the studio of that one brand. I'm trying to think of what
I
it's
have
called.
no idea what you're talking about.
It's a
those
Copperfit.
commercial?
Copperfit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. Copperfit. Because he's on those commercials every single time. I
Where
swear.
is Copperfit headquarters?
Copperfit's headquarters and studio? That's where he
That's
lives.
funny.
Are you looking it up?
I am.
While we're waiting on this, just to kind of.
But yeah, so do you think Rodgers is gonna go anywhere? How do you pronounce that? Pomoa?
Pomoa, California.
Corporate campus in Pomona, California.
Pomona.
That I feel like I've heard of that, but
I've never
so
heard of
Favre
that.
lives in Pomona, California.
In the headquarters of Copperfit.
Yeah. Or at least right next door.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they need him for studio all the time because that's their only sponsor, or only like big person that
Right.
helps them out.
Back to Rodgers.
So back to
Let's keep
Rodgers.
going here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to speculation. Honestly, with the season that he had this year, like if it had been an absolute dumpster fire of a season for them, I mean, they obviously just lost the Niners, and it was a close game, and like it was really like honestly,
I did not think they were going to lose that game.
I didn't think they were either. After it started snowing, I was like, oh, they have this in
Yeah.
the bag because the Niners.
California, no,
No way.
not going to happen.
But then they lost. But like, I don't know because he had such a good season with the Packers this year that
I think he'll stay.
he might be able to stay. But
I think he'll
also,
stay. Well, and then there was like that COVID, which I think is the dumbest thing in the world, in my opinion. You might have a different opinion on the COVID thing. You remember his COVID controversy thing where
well, yeah, it was.
they said he was lying or whatever. But anyway, not besides that,
Yeah,
that could also be a reason for staying too. If that
It
makes
could be.
sense. The smallest reason. That would be the
because it is Green
smallest
Bay.
thing. But I don't think
Wisconsin
he would
doesn't care
ever
about
go to
COVID.
like L.A. or something. They would never want him there. You know what I
No,
mean?
I
Like
don't think so either.
just because of the social aspect of it.
Yeah. Well, he's not
So,
a very social guy. He doesn't
Come over to Minnesota. We will welcome you with open arms.
if you take a pay cut.
Yeah. Yep. 20,000
cut.
a year,
Yes.
a season.
A season for 1 year.
That's a good one.
You got to get the Super Bowl for us, and then
Yep.
we're good.
Yep.
So just to kind of transition, we'll stay in the sports realm and stuff. Last podcast, I tried on some
Some space.
some skates. Have you been out playing hockey at all?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Well, you've been busy, I guess.
Yeah,
but
we haven't been able to do the podcast. I haven't been able to skate.
because
just
I want to
life's
get
too
out.
busy.
I want to get out there with you at some point here.
I know, and it's gonna start melting here by the time we record the next podcast.
So you haven't played anything?
Oh yeah,
Have you
I've been
out?
on like twice probably
Okay.
since but like in past years, I mean,
You've
I would
been-
skate
you were
just
out
about
there, like,
every
all the
night.
time.
But yeah, I don't know, and it's been too cold. January is
been
tough
cold.
because it is just so dang
It
cold.
has
And then
been
you get those warm days, and you go out, and then the next day is negative 15
It is
again.
so bipolar. So bipolar.
Yeah, good one.
Minnesota. Okay.
Speaking of hockey, have you been keeping up with any NHL? Or you don't?
I haven't.
probably?
Not really. Have you?
A little bit. I mean, I only really follow the Wild, so
Yeah.
that's about it.
I-
So I tend to like to watch their games. I don't know too much about it. I just know Minnesota has a good team, in my opinion. They started off, I mean, one of the best teams in the NHL, I would say. That's an argument because there's not. Sorry.
Well, you don't
like
have anyone
like
to argue
power
with because I don't
rankings in
know.
NHL is like different. It's like weird. And then they kind of went and dipped, and they went on the road, and they had a couple bad games, and they lost and lost, and now they're on their way back up. Like they keep winning and winning and winning. So
Okay, interesting.
which is pretty exciting because I mean, if I was gonna see any Minnesota team win, I'd want to see the Wild get a cup because we are the state of hockey.
That's very true.
Like it is like
Have we won a championship?
not as the Wild.
Not as the Wild.
Maybe
we were
as
we were
the
the
North
North
Stars.
Stars, right?
Yeah, I don't know the history on that, but I know we've never gotten one.
I think
as
it's
the Wild.
so weird that we were the North Stars for hockey, and
Yeah.
that's Dallas now, right? Or Texas?
Yeah, they're not the
They're
North
not the North Stars,
They're
they're the Stars. And
they
then
dropped that.
One of the most famous teams of the NBA is the Lakers, and we were the Lakers.
We were.
Yeah, we were the Lakers. Why? It makes total sense to be the Lakers.
Yeah, it does.
We were the
I never knew
we
that
were the
though.
Minneapolis Lakers, way back in the day.
Dallas just showed up. Dal, did you know that? All right, good talk. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Well, why would
I mean, it makes sense now
why
that you
would
say
LA be Lakers? Like
Wow.
they don't have lakes.
That's
we have
true.
lakes.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I wish we still had that. I wish we were still the Lakers
That would
because
be
I feel
cool.
like that would be so much cooler than Timberwolves.
Right.
But yeah, it's just interesting how we just lose our teams and then it just doesn't make sense in other places.
Why do they lose their teams? That's what I don't understand. There's
I
money.
think the market price or like
Yeah.
the market around the in the city and stuff, and we just had to sell them off.
That's nuts.
Or no one wants to come to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So speaking of different, I don't know where my transition was going to go here, but I actually have an interesting story about my life. So
Let's hear it.
last night I had a interesting encounter on my way home. So
Yeah.
roads, it was snowing out last night from my way from home from work, and
What time was this at?
This was at 11:30 at night,
Oh. Okay.
like around 11:30 midnight.
And
So
you were going from the
Top.
cities, right?
I was going from Topgolf, my work,
Yeah.
to my campus.
Oh, okay.
And so roads are slick or whatever, and like I'm taking it slow or whatever. And I hopped off of a highway and turned onto our county road to get to my campus.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And I kind of started the fishtail a little bit, and I shouldn't be drinking Coke right now. It's just making me burp.
Yeah. You get over it after a few minutes.
Yeah,
but,
so I was fishtailing a little bit, and I started to accelerate too quick, and I started to drift a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And I was having a
big
little bit of fun with that,
drifter. Wow.
and I was just like, whatever.
And your car's all-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
I'm-
hard to drift in an all-wheel drive car, in my opinion, because
it was slick out there, so
you got to give her the nuts,
yeah.
to really
Actually,
get
I don't
going.
know if it's all wheel. I think it's
Rear wheel? There's no way it's front wheel and you were... Unless you were e-braking.
I think it.
I don't,
know. I don't.
Dallas, do they make all Audis all-wheel? Like, are they all-wheel?
I don't think mine's.
Are they normally rear?
Yeah,
An A4.
I'm pretty sure it is front wheel.
Really?
I'm almost certain it is.
Well, were
front
you
wheel.
pulling the e-brake or?
No, I didn't mean to
Oh.
drift it. It's just so
I
slick
see.
out
I
that
thought you
it's-
meant you were having fun. So you
No,
went out
it
and
was
drifted.
no, it was just so slick out that I was like
Oh,
drifting
I
because I
see.
didn't. Yeah.
So
I
you
said-
weren't purposely doing it.
No, I wasn't purposely doing it. I
okay.
just accelerated and it drifted me more, and I
Right.
was just like, whatever, have a little fun with it. So I'm driving now down that road, and I look behind me, and there's lights, cop lights,
Oh, really?
and I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm like, that's not for me, right? Like, I'm not speeding or anything. I'm not doing anything. And I pull over, like let them get out of their way. They pull behind me.
No.
I'm like, I was talking to my girlfriend. I'm like, I'm getting pulled over. I'll call you back. And she's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am. Okay, bye.
I love that I was just asking you if you did it on accident or purpose, and you weren't doing it on purpose, and you
No.
still get pulled over.
No. And so I got pulled over. That was the first time I've ever been pulled over.
Really?
I've never been pulled over before.
Well, what did they say the reason was?
Well,
Reckless
I
driving?
let them figure it out. Like, they walked up or whatever, and I was like, I'm just like adrenaline shaking. I'm like, I don't know where to put my hands. Do I put them on my lap or do I put them on
10 and
do
2.
I put them on the wheel here? I'm like, I gotta get my wallet out. I gotta get my license. They just asked what I was, if I knew why they pulled me over.
There was two of them?
No,
Was there two
just
cops?
The guy. It was just
They as
one,
in singular one.
one guy,
One
yeah,
officer.
one officer. They asked me if why they think why I pulled. I can't.
I
speak.
hate that question.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Because obviously they know why.
yeah, and I'm like,
You
I'm
always
not,
say,
I'm
I'm
like-
not sure. No,
yeah,
I don't know.
said I'm not exactly sure, and he's like, well, you kind of had a little bit of drift there on that exit, and I was like,
and of
I
course,
was like,
you're in
I
an
was-
Audi.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I started to accelerate a little bit too quick, and it got me drifting a little bit more than I wanted to. Didn't mean to do that. He's like, you haven't been drinking tonight, have you? I'm like, no, I just got off from work. I'm heading home here, and he was just telling me like,
And this
he's
was
like,
right outside your campus.
basically, and I'm like. He's like, okay. He's like, this is the owner of the vehicle. I'm
You
like,
got a
yeah.
$600 fine.
And he didn't even ask for my license or registration.
Oh, really?
He just said,
Drive safe.
just
kinda
drive
deal?
safe home, take
Yeah.
it slow, roads are slick. But I talked to my girlfriend. She's like, he definitely was just looking for drunk people on a
Right.
Saturday night
That would
at
make
midnight.
sense. Yeah.
So we're good on that note. So
I had the same issue. The last time I got pulled over was the dumbest reason in the world. It was like the license plate lights, and that's why I got pulled over because I had
Oh,
one
yeah.
out.
okay,
It's like, how do you even notice that? First of
Yeah.
all, but it was a total obvious like looking for drunk driver kind of deal.
yeah.
Like he asked me, and it was like literally a minute 30-second stop.
He probably honestly, the officer probably saw my sticker on my car for my private school, and he's
Yeah.
like, I picked the wrong car.
Yeah, I know.
This kid isn't drinking.
Hey, what's up?
And then after that, I got back to my dorm and cracked open a drink because I needed to calm down a little bit.
Boy, I
But-
guess.
Yeah. Do we want? What are you thinking here?
I don't know. We
about
should
4
probably
minutes.
just talk about expectations for this podcast because they are low lately.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we just haven't been able to do it. So
Yeah.
people's expectations for what we
Yeah.
do, which we don't have people per se.
Yeah, we've been really busy lately, and it's just been hard to schedule time to record and stuff. We're gonna try and make the most of it. I mean, I want, like, our goal is to be able to get a podcast out every single week.
Right.
But we're not going to always meet that expectation because we're both young kids that are busy and young adults trying to make a living in the world. So we do apologize if we've been kind of sporadic with our podcast coming out every so often. It's been
We're trying our best.
We're trying our best, basically. And not all the time we're going to get the best things. So if you guys have made it this far, which I really hope you do, because this podcast was actually worth the listen.
It was good.
And I really enjoyed it. So
you'll probably listen to this one back.
Oh, I will listen to this one back. I'm actually excited to listen to this one back.
Yeah.
So
follow me on, or I guess you can't follow me, but look me up on OpenSea. My name is Jackson_Pearson. You can do that as well.
I don't have an OpenSea
Go check
account.
out my NFTs. I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, so it was a lot this podcast, and thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, click the like and subscribe button.
Shoot us an email.
We are getting up there. Yeah, shoot us an email at sjcarpodcast.com.
We don't always respond to emails.
We haven't responded to any emails.
Because we get we try to respond to all of them, but we get so many.
We do get
a
lot of ads.
It's just, I mean, we possibly cannot do it. Yeah. It's impossible, but us, follow. We'll try to put out more social media.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some stuff out on social. It's been about as dead as our podcast.
Yeah, even when we've dropped new podcasts, we haven't posted.
Been able to put out clips. It's been a while. I think the last post was the giveaway. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys again. This is Not Funny Podcast. I'm Sam Roloffs. This is Jackson Peterson. And good night.